before.
We've been on location in my living room instead of at my basement. So, I don't know. I want to figure out a better setup. I was gonna put a table in front of the bar over there, but I looked at it. It's got like paint and stuff on it, and if I put a table with a bunch of random splattered paint on it, my wife would be all over me. She might be all over me anyway.
She'll beat you to death.
She's not here right now,
That's
so
right.
you know what?
See what happens when we use Amanda?
I'm batching it right now, so she won't even see this video probably for a couple of weeks. But
that's good.
Anyway, it's all good. Mojo Whiskey Bar, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe and all those things. Share with your friends. It really helps us out a lot. You know, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We try to drink as many different things as we possibly can.
Yeah, I try to drink as much as I can.
I mean, different things. Different things. I mean,
yeah.
I don't even know. I'm just looking over there at my little stash of whiskey. There's probably 70 or 80 things over there.
Yeah,
right?
There's a decent amount over there.
And I think in future videos we'll probably talk about, because there's stuff in there. It's terrible.
Yeah, we all have those.
There's stuff in there that I'm like, it's okay, but I don't know if I'm going to finish it. Yeah. So I've been thinking about doing like some sort of bottle exchange or something like that. And you and I swapped some bottles before. So if anybody wants to swap some bottles, leave us a comment. Tell us what you're offering, and I'll tell you what I'm offering. I can tell you I've got, I think I would part with Blanton's. It's probably about 2/3 full.
Okay.
It's okay. I would probably part with a Weller Antique 107. Yeah. I don't like it, but some people do. And there's probably a few other things in there. But anyway, that's not the topic of today's video. Today, we've been kind of diving into the ryes in recent weeks, and I thought today we could try some of the big boy ryes.
Yeah, these are the big names in it.
Big boys. So we got a Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye. Barrel proof, which say right? Is that what that says? 116. Didn't bring my eyeballs.
112.
112. Yeah. I think the rare breed bourbon is 116.
Mm-hmm. Right? With non-chilled filter.
I don't even know what that means, but some people
really love it. So. Yeah. This is 112.2 proof.
And the rare breed whiskey, our bourbon is phenomenal.
Outstanding. One of the best on the market.
And it's
for the
pretty
price point.
Affordable, pretty reasonable, and I think this one's pretty comparable to that. I'm not going to spoil it. Obviously, I've had some. Jamie has not.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a Knob Creek, Kentucky straight rye whiskey, 7-year. I've been hearing people like they're kind of looking for the 10-year. Is that a thing? Do you know?
I don't know. I've only seen it in 7 years.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It could be in 10, but I haven't seen it.
So this is Knob Creek, Jim Beam, obviously Wild Turkey from Wild Turkey. So let's jump into the rare breed rye. Oh, you want to do the Knob first?
No.
You want to finish on the winner?
Oh, man.
So I've had, Knob Creek bourbon and rye, rare breed bourbon and rye, Woodford bourbon and rye, the big boys. And it is amazing to me that the rye and the bourbon on the nose is so similar to one another.
Extremely similar.
This
it's unreal.
Says Wild Turkey.
Oh, yeah. Riley gave us Wild Turkey.
I mean, that corn, it's like a cracked corn for me. There is an ethanol note on it for me. What are you getting? There's a spice there too.
There is a spice.
It's peppery. It's more peppery.
The pepper is there. And you take a deep smell of that, it's going to go all the way up in your eyes. I mean, it's there.
Make some tears if you not too hard. It's lovely though.
It's outstanding. This is
it tells me I'm getting ready to drink something that tastes phenomenal.
Yeah. And
I think that's what you get with like a Wild Turkey and even a Jim Beam and some the big boys. These are two of the biggest. The quality, the consistency, and the quality is there.
Correct. Yeah. You know you're going to get every bottle.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
If you've had it before and you liked it, chances are it's going to taste pretty much the same the next time, even if it was 5 years.
Barrel proof. Yeah.
Barrel proof.
Yeah. So.
All right. I'm jumping in. first taste was like toothpaste. I don't mean that in a negative way.
Yeah.
There's a toothpaste taste, like I don't know a brand, but it's a minty.
It's very minty.
It's so good though.
Yeah, it's really good. The heat isn't overbearing. Some of the other lower proofs had more heat on the front end, but this is smooth from front to back.
Yeah.
And it's very consistent from front to back.
Yeah.
Where some of the others we've tasted in the past couple of weeks have died about midway through your mouth. This does not. This
hang on. But there is a minty characteristic. I do feel like I just brushed my teeth.
Yeah. This is really good.
There's almost like a candy note, and I'm trying to place it, but maybe like a jawbreaker. You know, like the red what is it? Fireball jawbreakers.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get through
you just have the
white center, there's a little bit of a cinnamony taste to it, but it's like a sweetness to it, and then you crunch on that thing. There's a little bit of that there for me.
Yeah, it does have that cinnamon. I like that in a rye. I like that cinnamon flavor.
I do too.
That you can bring out, and this definitely has it. But I'm not surprised that Wild Turkey has a good product.
All right.
I'm not surprised by that at all.
Yeah, not shocked. This is a really good drink.
Yeah, it's outstanding. To be honest with you, that's the first time I've had the rye, and it did not disappoint.
I think it's better than the Rare Breed bourbon.
Yeah,
that's a bold statement.
It's a bold statement.
But again, you should know, I probably prefer rye.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on the day, but
yeah.
I think right now my collection has been skewing more toward rye.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could be a phase.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's pretty good. They're both phenomenal.
They're really good.
I mean, bottom line, just have both.
Mm-hmm.
Just have both of the Rare Breed bourbon and the rye.
And with this one, there are ryes out there that you couldn't drink all night long. You could drink this all night long, or as long as
I think you could. You know, just remember it is a little bit higher proof, but you could drink this all night long.
Yeah.
It's so smooth.
Very smooth. Yeah.
Like I didn't get the burn.
No,
at all.
At all. I mean, it's like I said, there's a little heat. It's not like some of the ones we've had in the past couple of weeks, but it's consistent.
Yeah.
It's a consistent, and so.
So when you sip into a rye, is there something that I don't want to say hoping for, but is there like a certain something on the palate that you're like you're hoping that I hope this has that?
Well, I want it to have a level of heat, but I'm also looking for some pepper, some clove, and some baking spices that I can pull out of that are absent in a lot of the bourbons. You know, you don't have that. You have more sweetness, your oak, and that type of stuff. And this, I want to see that clove and that pepper come out. Yeah,
and I think what's interesting to me is there are some ryes that they're so like minty, spearminty almost.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever had? This would be a good one to try one time if you have a Pikesville rye.
I don't think so.
It's
pretty good.
It's different.
Okay.
I think it's good, but it has such a unique. For me, it has such a unique flavor profile, and it's like a $30 bottle, so it's not crazy ridiculous, but it's so spearminty, which maybe doesn't sound all that appealing.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like if you want to get into rye, it's soft.
Okay.
But I think I like the ryes that have, to your point, the spice, the clove, and that sort of thing, baking spices. But I like it when it has a little bit of that mintiness too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate it if it doesn't have it, but I'm like, oh, okay. Like I was drinking one the other night, and we might dive into this another day, but it was like bubble gum and spearmint.
Okay.
It was so weird.
That's a unique,
combination. I don't know. To me, I think with ryes, and we'll jump into the Jim Beam product on Knob Creek rye here in a moment. I feel like you don't know what you're gonna get.
Right.
I think it's more like complexity than a bourbon.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
It really should be. I mean, it really, because all the spices that they're bringing in to make that rye, the rye is going to give it a little bit more of a different complexity anyway. Yeah, there's just like a high rye bourbon has more complexity than your low rye.
That's right. That's right. All right, so you want to do the Knob Creek?
Yep, let's try.
So I will say this before I start sniffing on it. One of the things that I have appreciated about Knob Creek specifically in the past couple of years is I like to hit the mom and pop stores. I mean, I'll go to the big ones sometimes too, but like my honey holes are places like Paragon Liquor Store, Bobolink in Edinburgh, Red Barrel in Mooresville. There's one in Nashville, Indiana. Who's your buddy? Yeah. But what I like, it seems like Knob Creek, like a lot of these mom and pop stores, they'll get their store pick.
Yeah.
And so they get to have, whomever within their organization taste something and they've got a store pick. Buy those store picks because they're unique, they're different. They're 120 proof usually, but I haven't been steered wrong on those store picks.
No, I haven't either. And I've got them from Hoosier Buddy, and I've got them from Paragon, and they've both been good.
And I seem like, to me anyway, I don't know, maybe others are doing it, but it seems like Knob Creek is making an effort to connect with these little mom and pop places. So.
Yeah, I think they understand that, those are kind of the lifeline of the industry.
Yeah.
And so they are putting an interest in that group that appeals to us. Yeah. And so it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah. So again, Knob Creek, part of the Jim Beam family. We've talked about this in the past, but their bourbon is a 9-year, and you're going to pay, the price is a little bit higher now than it used to be, but you're still going to pay mid-30s, which is unheard of. You get a 9, and even this rye is not, it's a little bit more expensive, I think. I can't remember what I paid for it, but to get something with that age statement on it.
It's really good. I mean, it's that price.
Now, I wouldn't get the 18-year.
Not for that price point.
The 12, you're probably going to be better off with the 9.
Yeah, I think. I mean, the price difference, and we've talked about that in the past.
Yeah.
And even the 15, if I was going to, I don't know if I'd go above the 12 again. And
I don't think so.
I have them all. That's how the 18. I have 18. But.
Yeah, I mean, we should do that. I got one that's unopened. We can crack it open one of these days. Not today, but another day. All right. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's dive in here. It's such a different nose.
That is, yeah.
It is funny when you get two different things and you compare them side by side. I feel like it's different. He's recalibrated here. All right.
It seems softer, with a sweeter side to it, but I'm positive of that. I mean, Knob Creek, that's their.
Yeah, I mean.
That's where they go.
The classic Jim Beam, at least for me, is a peanutty, almost Cracker Jack-ish type of flavor profile, at least on their bourbon.
Yeah.
I've had the rye plenty of times. There's nothing that jumps out and grabs me.
No, there's not. It's more of a softish.
Yeah. It's like the peanut skins, like a little bit of that.
Yeah. That's where you're at with this.
It feels like baseball.
Yep.
Or at least watching baseball, anyway. All right, I'm jumping in. It's wild to me that I know this is Knob Creek. Like it's so similar to the bourbon.
It's interesting.
I mean, there's enough similarities. There's differences too. Because I get that peanutty note on the taste.
I do. From all the brands that we've tasted, from rye to bourbon, this one's the most similar to their bourbon.
Yes, 100%.
The heat is, to me, the heat is only on the front end. It dies about halfway through. Whereas the Rare Breed, it was maybe less intense right off the bat, but it was consistent. And so, you get this is Knob Creek. There's no denying this is a Knob Creek product.
100%.
I mean, it's not bad. If you like their bourbon, you're probably going to like this.
That's true. And so that's probably, a good point. If you haven't dove into the ryes, but you've dove into the bourbons and you've sampled the Knob Creek, the 9-year, the standard product. This is a small step.
I agree.
Small step.
This is a small step. This is kind of like.
But you get the, late in the palate. Now I'm getting a little bit of, like, I've been chewing on some mint leaves, maybe a little bit.
Which would be good for a new rye.
Yeah.
Because it's going to bridge that gap between bourbons and true rye, what I consider a true rye.
Yeah.
This could help get you there. I mean, because it's a good middle point.
Yeah. And I'm guessing, I mean, again, I don't know these mash bills, but, there are rye whiskeys out there that are like 100% rye, 95.5 rye, that sort of thing. So
they are all in.
Maybe that's something we should explore down the road.
Yeah.
But,
and those would probably wake you up in the morning. I mean,
I'm sure they would.
Yeah.
All right. Well, final thoughts on the rare breed rye and the wild turkey and the Knob Creek rye?
Love the wild turkey. I didn't dislike the Knob Creek. It's just not as strong of a rye as I'd like it to be. Wild turkey, you can't really beat that.
So what I would do with this, like when I get an old fashioned, I like it with the rye.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And I think this would be fun. I would drink it straight. I would drink it with ice. But comparing these two, I mean, this rare breed is the winner all day.
All day, yeah. It's really good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So, any other thoughts?
No.
All right, Mojo Whiskey Bar. Thanks for tuning in. Again, all the things we told you before: subscribe, thumbs up, likes, share, all those sorts of things. We appreciate you all, and thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Until next time.